And then so your Def Jam set, that's not the one where you told on the other podcast that it didn't go how you wanted to, or was that Apollo?
No, the Apollo didn't go to
Oh, okay, got it.
Apollo,
Okay.
I did the Apollo in
You
01.
say you start cussing a bunch so they wouldn't air.
That was Apollo. Okay.
I didn't curse because they wouldn't air. I was cursing.
Oh, I thought on the
Because I was
podcast.
angry, nigga.
I thought on the podcast you said like you was bombing, so you start cussing a
No,
bunch
that's
so
what
they
people
wouldn't air.
say. That's what people will say. Like a lot of people
Oh,
say.
I
like,
thought you said
no,
that.
I didn't say that. I said I was bumming. I was like, "Fuck y'all." It was genuine hurt and anger for
Bill
me.
Burr in Philly when
Nigga, but it didn't go like that. So it was like just like, yeah, I gotta be because and then later, you know, I don't know what happened, but they didn't even give me a chance to do my material. I just walked out. Hey, how you doing? Boo.
Oh shit! So
Yeah,
you didn't
okay.
even. It just started off.
That
man.
reminded me of Rowley, dog. That's like the first time I remember in my life where I wanted to use the N-word. I was like, you niggers, man. Like, how dare y'all not let me have a chance to shine?
Man,
like,
it was-
you be mad at black people for no
It
reason.
was, and my first 3 minutes had never failed. The first 3 minutes of material, when you doing material, it had never, like I had did that 3 minutes on the road for the last 3 years. It had never missed.
That's insane.
So that's even worse because you go out with the confidence. If you're telling a new joke, you kind of waiting for it. If it don't land,
I wasn't winging it. These jokes, the first 2 minutes of jokes
Out the playbook.
had never missed.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's
white,
probably worse because
they had never. So I'm getting hit in the stomach, getting booed. I'm just standing there trying to I'm trying to, you know.
trace back. You tracing back. That's what I'm saying. If you go out with a new joke, right, and you try it, you kind of waiting to see how it's received because you've never done it. But when you 3 years, this is the I'm cooking.
Yeah.
And then you go out and like, yeah, so what the fuck is going on?
I would
go
start
to the next
cursing
shit.
too, I guess.
Then you're kind of like, it's like
but-
getting snuck in a fight. They just get hit and you looking
But,
around
I
like,
mean,
who did that?
you know, black people are unpredictable, and
Facts.
and you know, and the thing is, when you in that spot, if you like, you on a show, you doing real shows. We all done real shows where you know you got 30 minutes, you got 15 minutes, you got 10 minutes. You can recover from that didn't work.
Facts.
You can, oh, okay, do spin, start doing other stuff. Your mind is shifting shape. And you going through your material while you telling jokes like, okay, this gonna work,
Yeah.
and you can rebound it. But this is live TV. It's 2,500 people in a theater, and I'm just like, how do I? Oh, this is done. It's like just
Somebody said they asked a question when they was like, "What do you think is harder, 3 minutes or 30 minutes?" And everybody kept saying, I think they were saying 30 minutes was harder.
Because people don't have 30 minutes
And
material.
I was like, no, 3 minutes should be harder. Because why the fuck would somebody want to listen to you for 30 if you can't do 3?
Well,
I'm like, that's crazy.
When I teach my comedy classes, or I meet with people consulting or whatever, I say you should have a 30-second set, you should have a minute set, you should have a 2-minute set.
Boom.
Remember the last comic standing, the first round was a minute.
Yep, I tell you that.
Then they give you the second round when you make it to the second round, they give you 2 minutes. And then if you graduate to the showcase back with HBO, when HBO used to do nationwide auditions. They would go to Houston, they would go to each
big cap market.
Yeah, big market. They would go to, region. They would go to different St. Louis, Houston, LA,
New York.
Back when it was only maybe 300 or 400 comedians.
Right.
Yeah.
And you show up, it'd be like 250 comedians in line, but it's a minute for the audition, and most of the talent scouts could tell it within 15. They could tell by the club owner told me he could tell by the way you grabbed the mic. If you knew what the fuck you was doing.
But yeah,
I heard that before.
You know what I'm saying?
It's obvious.
So club owner told me, he's like, man, I watch how they grab the mic their first 2 minutes, and then even if they're hairlining, then I fast forward to the end and see how they close. They don't watch your whole set. They watch how you grab the mic, do, and then fast forward to the end to see how you close.
I can't remember who it was. They said when they watch a comedian, if he gets on stage and he don't take the mic stand away right like immediately, like some people are talking with it still in, that's different. But if a motherfucker take it out and leave it kind of like in front of him, he says,
well, they're a rookie. That's all that is.
Like because they're leaving it in front of their obstructive view. He said if they don't move it right away, they know they ain't been doing it. So they don't even listen and nothing else. They're like,
it's certain stuff you start doing when you practice, rehearse, you do this night after night that you just keen to do. But yeah, that was that. So no, I was cursing out of frustration, and when they aired it, they aired me going, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Blah blah blah, and then cut to
oh, that's cold.
and then just out of there like it was
So
crazy.
then definitely the set went well because that's the other nigga sandwich bit that's getting like still to this day
Def
voiced
Jam
over.
went, but it got
that's the bit.
So
My
Def Jam set got, and you hear new stuff. My Def Jam set got beat up by 2 things. It got ruined by 2 things. First of all, that was the year they was coming after Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
He was before Diddy. It was Russell Simmons.
Oh, this was right when who's it? Kevin Tate was I think it was Kevin Tate said he was in Africa and he was like hyped about it. And then when he got back, he said they took all the billboards down.
Nigga, they had us on 12 billboards, had all our names, Def Jam, All Def Comedy, because they had to change the name because that's why they had to change the name, because something with the
like licenses or something.
Yeah. So it's All Def Comedy, but they had us spread all over, like they run all these movies and stuff around Hollywood. So I would come right here to Sunset and Gower or Sunset to Highland and be like Jess Niche, Henry Coleman, Ryan, all of our names on the billboard with the silhouette of Kevin Tate. They took it all down when they started the lawsuit against, or whatever they thought. They said he was, whatever they said Russell was doing.
Right. Yeah, because Kevin Tate said he was in Africa.
So HBO was like,
Roman was done.
But we had already taped it. It was dope. We had already taped it. So they called me. He was like, yeah. I was like, are they going to air it? Because I just wanted to get to air at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to air it, but we're not going to run the same. HBO does a promo. I think they have a promo where they had their website and they run a certain amount to get to their, just like Netflix.
Yeah.
So they'll get it to make sure to get these many people, right?
Distribution, yeah.
That's already in place. That all their projects get to 20 million people. We make sure 20 million people see all our projects.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to air it, but we're not going to run none of the distribution. So they aired it, and it got aired. All the episodes got aired, but they didn't get none of the push.
The push.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying? So
they just cut the ties, like.
Yeah, we done. So this is happening simultaneously at the same time where they're starting the algorithm. Everything is going viral. So the Country Waynes, saying the DC Young Flies, the 85 Souths, all that's going viral while our stuff is being suppressed. These real comedians that's worked hard to get this to the gold standard of nigga comedy is being suppressed. That's happening at the same. This is not me hating. This is what was going on in real life.
So Just Niche was on that season too?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. D-Lay, Tony Rock hosted. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he said
Ryan Davis, just hilarious.
I didn't even realize that. That's
crazy. I remember.
Yes, it was a crazy. It was a
Tony hosted that?
Tony hosted it.
Because he was the host. He was the only host that ever did.
That's what they was talking about, where they
Dion Cole,
continue on.
Gary Owens. It was like, but nobody saw it. Nobody, and they aired mine. Mine was the 31st, 2000, because it was 2017. That New Year's. That was my episode.
And you can't even find it no more.
I mean, yeah, you can look at it. If you really search, you can find. But so it got beat up by that. Then it got beat up by the pandemic. So with everything being, being suppressed. So then I had certain clips that was going viral. But this is the time my stuff was going viral in the time where people weren't sharing my face. They started sharing the voiceover. Not only did they share the voiceover,
or using an audio on some.
They using audio on it.
Like a nigga doing some shit.
Another nigga sandwich.
Like a nigga walking in and talking to his girl.
Act Out.
But it's Act Out.
So
Like,
I'm getting that.
What was that show called? That show they did, there was based off of that. On Comedy Central, maybe? What was it?
I don't remember, but they
was doing niggas' jokes and they would act out the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
Woody.
I don't know what the fuck.
Woody from he playing Power. He was doing Vine.
Yeah,
he was doing the Kevin Hart shit all the time. He's coming in like.
They had a whole TV show based on where like the DJ Cypher dude was like the host of it, maybe.
I don't remember, but that was the thing where they would take your audio.
So why I was never like reaped a financial benefit of that. So that was going viral, but they was doing a voiceover and niggas was stealing the joke. So comedians was like man, 200 or 300 comedians just kept tagging me. This just regular people doing or retyping the bit on their page and like, oh, you so crazy. So you go to somebody's page and be like, you got 1,500 friends. This nigga done typed my joke out like he thought of it. Yeah. And all his friends like, you crazy. And then one comedian typed my name. Like, I can't police regular people.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a regular nigga trying to just get some local traction.
Yes. So it was like, and then, I started having maybe a year and a half after that, people started telling me when I posted the joke that I was stealing it.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's like, I heard you, this joke.
That's not real familiar.
You stole this off of Keith from Kentucky. Get the fuck out of here.
This in 17. I heard that before. Like, nigga, it's 2024. I take this 8 years ago.
You're going to waste nothing but time and energy arguing with niggas because they don't know.
What? Okay, so